This is Eureka John with Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live on Theta Network and from Leander, Texas, suburb of Austin, Texas, on, let's see, what day is it? April 28th, 2021 at 7:24 in the morning on a Sunday. And, I'm tired. I got my butt kicked at the skate park yesterday, and I spent all weekend researching crypto stuff and put out that pirate chain video, which I'm really happy about. It turned out very well. I enjoyed researching that project. I got to figure out what project to dive in a little deeper on and do a project-oriented video on again now. So if you have any suggestions, let a brother know. I want to work on something else. So anyway, I have the morning traffic report up online. I just need the helicopter noise buzzing in the background and make it official. But this is transactionstreet.com. It shows the current traffic visualized as a bus station or subway station or however you want to think about it. And this is all the Bitcoin traffic here on the right. And then over here is all the traffic on the left of Ethereum. And this is the places where it's coming from. And then just in general, coming from specific places like Tether or Uniswap, USDC, Maker, Chainlink, etc. And right now the median contract fee is $44.79, a little higher than yesterday. And then the medium ETH transfer fee is $8.53. So gas prices are a little higher. Let's see where this takes us. Okay, that's just a little thing. All right, and then Bitcoin over here. Let's see here. The median fee in US dollars is $19.07. So of course Bitcoin is pretty stacked up as usual. So yeah, Gwei is getting pretty high over here, and Ethereum is a little more crowded than it was yesterday. So yeah, anyway, let's take a look over here at CoinGecko and see what the market's doing. Last night, whenever I was on last night, it was bleeding pretty red. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got ourselves a dip. And I'm sure all the new people who jumped in are just absolutely going bonkers and screaming, the sky's falling. This is going to be an entertaining day on Twitter, that's for sure. So, yeah, Bitcoin was up about 63,000, 62,000 something, and then now it's here at 53,536. And Ethereum it made it up to about 2,500, and then here it is down at 2,054. Binance was at 570 something, I think, and now it's at 432.82. This is great. This is actually a really good time to buy. You know, for those of us who've been in the crypto space for a little while and have been paying attention, this is just another Sunday. So, yeah, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, right? I can't stand you two. Oh, man. So, you know, that's the beauty of crypto. Don't come into this thinking that you're going to time the market and that you know better, because you don't. And yeah, this is just what happens. So I'm actually going to try to buy some of the assets that I was holding off on. This is a really good time to buy. Theta Network, I'm going to buy some more Theta Network down here at 1046. Chainlink, I'm going to buy some Chainlink at 33.62 because it made it, like, I think to about $43. So Theta Network made it to 14 and a half. Yeah, so this is really good, you guys. If you want, if we're thinking about any projects to jump in, not financial advice, you know, but I'd say this is probably the time to do it. Yeah, this is just my video blog, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not here to shill any projects. I'm not paid by anybody or any particular project or anything. This is just me tracking the progress of cryptocurrency and learning about it along the way, and then I'm just documenting it, and this is my video blog. So I do this every morning now. So yeah, but this is great. This is Aave's down at 356.14. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I need to check on some of these others that I hold. When I showed my portfolio the other day, I did forget to put in some others that I'm holding. Unibright, $1.80, down 14.1%. Not bad. It got up to $2.35 on April 6th, but it didn't take necessarily major hit, down 14%, I guess. But yeah, Unibright's coming out with a lot of amazing stuff, and I think we're going to expect to see some really good price action from them in the next few months. They have a bunch of really high profile customers that are jumping on board, and they have something called free equity, and it's basically DeFi for enterprise, and to be able to tokenize everything. Hey, what's up, Top TV? How you doing? I don't think I've seen you on here, so nice to see you jump on, and welcome to my morning show. It's so professional over here. There, I gave you a little crate. Anyway, so let's go over here to my bookmarks on Twitter. Right here, if you want to tokenize an asset, whatever it is, for example, a building to refurbish its apartments and to sell it to the new investor, you can do it through free equity, 360-degree security token platform. So it basically allows you to tokenize anything on an enterprise level. This is a fancy little puzzle flowchart thing. I can't really break it down for you, but it's free equity is basically tokenized anything for enterprise, and DeFi for enterprise. And there's a whole video of it down here. I'll put this video link in the description, and so you can watch it for yourself. It's 33 minutes long, so I'm not gonna break it down for you right here. But and I'm not even going to try to break down free equity. Unibright kind of plays in a corporate area that I'm not really that familiar with, because I work for a fairly small business. But it's fancy stuff, and there's a lot of money in it, and a lot of money going into Unibright right now. So I would keep your eye out on Unibright. Anyway, let's take a quick look at my portfolio. I forgot to add in some things that I had on there last time I showed you guys my portfolio. So, I'm not going to show you the exact amounts that shite. Let me see here. Here we go. All right. Okay. So this is what I have. Mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum are my top holds. I have a good handful of Cardano that I have staked on the Cardano Buzz delegation platform. And those are the people behind the Cardano Kids NFTs, kind of like Garbage Pail Kids. Here I got a Garbage Pail Kid right here. But they're Cardano Kids. And excuse me, sir, do you happen to have a spare Garbage Pail Kid? Why, yes, I do. Oh man, I'm really a 10-year-old. So. Uniswap, I have that, and I still have 25 tokens left from those airdrops from all the wallets. I've sold off the majority of them, but I've kept a tiny little handful, and I'm glad I did. So Uniswap version 3, if it's not already out, it should be coming out really soon, and there's a lot of amazing new stuff going on there. So Chainlink is one of my major holds. So Chainlink, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, and Theta Network. Those four are my four major holds. And then everything else I have less of. Crypto.com, I just kept some around because they're doing token burns, and they're in a process of decentralization. And every time they do token burn, their price shoots up. So I'm going to try to capture one of those price upshots next time. So I'm sitting on that. I have some Cosmos and the Cosmos network. I've been seeing a lot of blockchain projects using the Cosmos network and their Tendermint software development kit. So they are kind of a modular platform to be able to build blockchains with. So I think that project has a lot of future and a lot of blockchain 3.0 type of applications. So that's kind of a blockchain with a lot of new characteristics added to it that are more than just transactions and more than just smart contracts, and it really brings in a lot of interoperability and scalability to blockchains. So and then Aave, the decentralized borrowing and lending platform, really simple to use. It's a great segue to jump into DeFi. If you aren't familiar with DeFi, Aave is probably a good place to start poking around and learning the mechanics. The only inhibiting factor right now with a lot of these DeFi platforms like Aave and Synthetics here has been the gas fees. There's been kind of, until this gas fee situation gets fixed in Ethereum, there's been a lot of, there's been kind of like an unofficial glass ceiling that's been put up. So that's, you gotta pay to play. Celsius Network, I have this token because it makes my interest rate lower on the loan that I pulled out in order to be able to get a good financing rate on my car. So I'm using DeFi. I'm not just speculating on all this cryptocurrency stuff. I'm actually using it, well, Celsius is not DeFi, it's CeFi, it's centralized finance. But either way, I am using my cryptocurrency, and I'm not just using it to hold and wait for it to appreciate and to speculate on it. So yeah, it's helped me, get an amazing rate on my car, and I have a nice car to commute back and forth to work, because I have an hour-long commute, there and then hour-long back. So. Hedera hash graph has kind of been going sideways, and now it's dipped with this dip. Everybody's dipping right now. So Zilliqa, the fact that it's dipping down to 18 cents is amazing. Zilliqa, I think, got up to about 25 cents. So that's really good. And then I have basic attention token. I haven't bought a single token of that. I've earned it all by using the Brave browser and clicking on ads. And so I actually have a pretty good bag of that. So I'd recommend you use the Brave browser, if only for that purpose. Polygon, Matic Network, I have some of that sitting there because I was experimenting around with layer 2 solutions along with Loopring. I have that. Bancor Network, I actually have the Bancor tokens in liquidity pools on Loopring. I have some Voyager token. I got some Ren, and then here I have some Loopring, and then Ocean Protocol, I have quite a bit of that. I lost a good deal of Ocean in one of their data liquidity pools with the impermanent loss type of thing, and kind of irritated about that. And I have some Ocean tokens stuck on one of their data liquidity marketplace. Their data marketplace liquidity pools that I can't pull off because the gas fees are so high, and it's not really worth pulling it off. So I guess I'm just gonna sit on that and wait for a while, and then just see what happens with Ethereum 2.0. So I have a good bag of Energy Web token. That's a whole thing that I can't even begin to go down right now. Quant Network, yes, interoperability, kind of a banker's token, but it's basically provides their overledger for all types of blockchains and applications to be interoperable back and forth to each other for basically the banking industry. BTCST is basically tokenized Bitcoin hash power. So there's a whole conglomeration of miners that make up about 12% of all the Bitcoin mining power in the world, and you can buy their tokenized hash power, and then you can stake it and then mine it for the Tau Bitcoin. I did that, covered it a few episodes back, that whole ecosystem, and it's really fascinating, and I've actually made some really good money by working within this BTCST ecosystem. It's pretty amazing when you break it down, and I will do another video to cover that more in depth, because I was on the road trying to do this from a hotel and the sound quality was absolutely terrible, but it was a great video content wise. SingularityNet is AI, same thing with Fetch. Audius, I have the audio token. I'm waiting on that. There's going to be some good things happening in that platform, I believe. They have a lot of we're gonna on their white paper, so we'll see. Unibright, I just talked about that. Rocket Pool, Ethereum staking without having to have 32 Ethereum, so that's good. Secret Network for privacy. Syntropy and Noia, networking. Library, I have not bought a single library token. I've used it by watching videos on Odyssey and Library. If you aren't using Odyssey and Library and you're watching all these videos on YouTube, go over to Odyssey and Library and support it. If, like, for instance, if you're gonna watch Altcoin Buzz or Chico Crypto or me, for instance, go watch me on Library instead and support that decentralized streaming platform instead of watching it on the YouTube overlords over here. So Alliance Block, Nimic, EtherRisk, Lambda, Minty Art, Gzil, which I've earned through staking my Zilliqa, and then Theta Fuel, which I've earned by my Theta Edge node. So that's basically my portfolio in a nutshell. Yeah, it is what it is. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be adding R to this today. I had to sign up for Changelly and go through KYC, and I was waiting for that. And then I put in an order for some Tether to change it over to R token, and basically I'm waiting for that transaction to go through. It's been kind of a pain in the ass. I don't really want to use my Bitcoin to buy R with. So I want to buy it with Tether, and I had to transfer some fiat to get Tether and all that stuff. Anyway, so that's the breakdown of that. Hold on, no, it's trying to ask me to restart my computer. I don't want to restart my computer right now. So let's take a quick look over here. There's some interesting news going on. It looks like not Binance, Canada, who has already done an ETF for Bitcoin, is now doing an ETF for Ethereum. And it looks like there's going to be 3 different ETFs for Ethereum. This is really bullish news for Ethereum. Canada has approved 3 Ethereum ETFs, and the funds will start trading early next week. The ETFs applications were filed by Purpose Investments, Evolve ETFs, and CI Global Asset Management. Canada earlier this year approved the first Bitcoin ETFs in North America. So, and right now there's in the United States there's 7 applications to open up Bitcoin ETFs, and the United States has not approved a single one yet, and God knows when and if they'll ever approve an Ethereum ETF. I think the United States is going to have their back against the wall by the rest of the global economy operating on everything but the dollar, and finally the United States is going to be forced into having to open up ETFs, take down a lot of these stupid regulations that don't allow people to fluidly conduct business in cryptocurrency. Like, for instance, I'm in Texas, so I can't even use Binance US. So yeah, I don't know. It took years for regulated cryptocurrency investment products to hit the mainstream, but in Canada, things are heating up fast. Fresh off the launch of 3 Bitcoin exchange-traded funds earlier this year, Canada has now approved 3 more funds, Ethereum ETFs. The ETFs, which will be available on Toronto's stock exchange, will give investors exposure on the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, Ethereum or Ether. The companies behind the 3 ETFs are Evolve ETFs, Purpose Investments, and CI Global Asset Management, which is working with Galaxy Digital on its product. Purpose and Evolve already have Bitcoin ETFs trading on the TSX. So let's see. The SEC in the United States, a Bitcoin ETF in the U.S. is long awaited. There's currently a long list of high-profile companies applying to the Securities and Exchange Commission for Bitcoin ETF approval. 8 firms, including Galaxy Digital, are awaiting approval, and that also includes, I believe, the Gemini Exchange, the Winklevoss twins. They have one out there too, and everybody's. The SEC has repeatedly rejected applications from companies that want to set one up. The SEC claims that the Bitcoin market can still be easily manipulated, and its rejection of a Bitcoin ETF application from Bitwise in October 29th cast a doubt that a real Bitcoin market even exists. This is just after the SEC, the Federal Reserve, I think it was the Federal Reserve chairman, I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to even say it. Somebody up there basically just called publicly Bitcoin a store of value. But they still think that the Bitcoin market can be easily manipulated. Well, look at the stock market. Look at traditional finance. Look at the GameStop issue that just happened. But the Bitcoin market can be easily manipulated, so you shouldn't be able to have an ETF for that. Okay, guys. Anyways, let's move on. Regulators in Canada evidently disagree. The country is now a hotspot for cryptocurrency ETFs. Earlier this year, 3 Bitcoin ETFs were approved in the North American country. Two broke records with their trading volumes. Purpose trading $80 million in the first hour, and Evolve raised $421 million in just 2 days. Analysts say it's likely the Ethereum products will also be popular. Bloomberg ETF research said analyst James Seffert told Decrypt there are a lot of people who are anti-crypto ETF, but there are a lot of benefits. ETFs allow people to invest in the cryptocurrency system while staying on the financial guardrails, the traditional financial ecosystem. For those people who are a little too scared to get into the crypto world because it's a little too dangerous, it's volatile. Watch out for that volatility. I gotta put my money in T-bills. Ironically, some cryptos are trying to break that. But no matter how you look at it, there are tens of trillions of dollars in these traditional financial ecosystems. And if you want to get access to crypto, the easiest way to do it is to invest in these funds, said Seyfert. I think they will be a success because there's obviously a demand for these crypto assets within the traditional financial ecosystem, and the ETF is a much more efficient structure than the closed-end funds and trusts that currently trade in the US and Canada. So, yeah, man, the United States better get with the program because the rest of the world is going to pass you by and wait until Africa and a lot of the less industrialized nations start basically trading back and forth all their cryptos and dropping the dollar altogether. And who needs the U.S. anymore, right? And like I said, we're going to be forced to adopt crypto officially on the books at some point in the near future when we realize that we are being passed by. So yeah, here's all the tweets about these ETF companies. There are now 7 high-profile Bitcoin ETF applications. Let's take a quick look at that. This is what happens. I go down rabbit holes. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to harp too long on this ETF stuff. I did want to talk about Chainlink here. Chainlink has come out with their 2.0 white paper. So oracles are what Chainlink is. And if you don't know what an oracle is, it is basically the connection device between the blockchain and real world data. And people use it a lot for price feeds on exchanges. How do exchanges and how does something like CoinGecko here constantly get the updated market price in real time? Well, they use price feeds, and price feeds use Chainlink as their oracle device to be able to connect to hundreds of different endpoints and databases that are constantly updating the price, and then they are all grouped together and aggregated in Chainlink and sent over by oracles to the interface for CoinGecko to be able to give us the real-time pricing. And then also take, for instance, something like weather data, and there's something called the decentralized. There's a project called DIP, Decentralized Insurance Protocol and Ether Risk. So DIP, and this would use Chainlink price feeds. And say, for instance, you're farming and you have an insurance, farmer's insurance, and the weather suddenly has some kind of major freeze, and you have that insurance, and using the Chainlink oracles, the smart contract would automatically be updated and you would be paid out immediately upon the weather conditions before having to go through any type of third-party agent or whatever and go through some weeks or months long or years long type of process in order to file a claim. Flight delay insurance, hurricane protection, crypto wallet insurance. It does all this automatically using smart contracts and oracles from Chainlink connected to real-time data. And so it's a really quick way to bring real-world data to the blockchain. And that is basically what Chainlink does. And there are hundreds and thousands of applications for this. Well, anyway, oracles have evolved. And so they're not just a transfer avenue of data. They're becoming hybrid smart contracts. They're helping to fight against front running and to be able to see further down the blockchain, to prevent front running. And what I've talked about in a few previous episodes, front running is basically miner pickpocketing. That's been going on and basically victimizing the average Joe and Joe Schmo like me who wants to do trades. Yeah, and then Chainlink is forming these decentralized Oracle networks. So yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff going on with Chainlink. As you can see here, here's the Chainlink version 2.0 white paper. If you compare that to Chainlink version 1.0 in September 2017, there's 3 people here: Steve Ellis, Ari Jules, and Sergey Nazarov. I wonder why Ari Jules has a little footnote cross next to him. Let me take a quick look. I'm always curious about footnotes. Let's see here. Where would that be? Whatever. I'll figure that out later. Maybe he was a part-time employee or a consultant or something, but now he's full on with them, I believe. And then here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people all contributing to this white paper here. This white paper here is pretty simple. Talks about an Oracle solution, what it is, what it does, and all that. Fairly simple, 38-page white paper. You can read it. It's actually, you should probably read this before you read Chainlink Whitepaper 2.0. That way you can kind of gain a historical foundation and a historical footing of what Chainlink is. And then here you can go in and start reading the 2.0 white paper. This thing's kind of a monster. Hybrid smart contracts, abstracting away complexity. Presenting developers and users with a simple functionality eliminates the need for familiarity with complex underlying protocols and system boundaries. I like that. Scaling, ensuring that Oracle services achieve the latencies and throughputs demanded by high-performance decentralized systems. Confidentiality, enabling next-generation systems that combine blockchain's innate transparency with strong new confidentiality protections for sensitive data. So it has a lot of new ID technology going on here. Order fairness for transactions. This helps prevent the front running. Supporting transaction sequencing in ways that are fair for end users and prevent front running and other attacks by bots and exploitative miners, because miners are basically doing front running as a service and basically taking bribes to put certain transactions at the front of the line and stuff like that, and ordering them in the way that the highest bidder will allow it. And it's perfectly legal to do. But I mean, I'm not going to poo-poo on the miners all the time. I mine Ethereum out of my computer here, but I mean, obviously not on the scale that these guys do, but it's just, they're in it to, they're a business. They're in it to make money, and they want to find ways to make money, especially in the face of this EIP 1559, which is basically going to dramatically reduce their fees and their livelihood and their source of income. So they are trying to do anything that they can in order to counteract that with miner extractable value. And with this type of front-running type of activity that is trying to be legalized, and there are ways to alleviate some of this, like flash bots as a way to do it in an orderly fashion. And then Chainlink has put in this order fairness for transactions here. So some of this stuff is being alleviated. I think we will come to some kind of compromise between the miners and the people that want to do EIP 1559 here in the future. So don't just hate on the miners and call them greedy and all this stuff. I mean, this is their livelihood and it's being threatened and stuff like that. And I know I can understand that. So, but either way, there are two camps that don't like each other very much and they're butting heads. Anyway, back to Chainlink 2.0. I will do a video maybe tomorrow or something on this miner extractable value. I wanted to do it today, but there's more reading I got to do. There's a whole bunch about it on Bankless that I need to dig further into. Anyway, trust minimization, creating a highly trustworthy layer of support for smart contracts and other Oracle-dependent systems by means of decentralization. And then it's strong anchoring in high-security blockchains, cryptographic techniques, and crypto-economic guarantees. And then incentive-based crypto-economic security, rigorously designing and robustly deploying mechanisms that assure nodes and dawns the decentralized Oracle networks have strong economic incentives to behave reliably and correctly, even in the face of well-resourced adversaries. So basically, no matter how much money somebody has, they can't take over the network. And then the way these DOMs work out, it's going to cost like 4 times the amount that it normally would in order to take over the network. So it'd be definitely unprofitable. And over here, let's see here. There's a good tweet that kind of encapsulates the bullish sentiment of all this stuff that's going on in Chainlink. And let me read you this here real quick. Blockchain is a powerful technology that will usher a large wave of innovation across industries. Until Chainlink solved the Oracle problem with its decentralized Oracle network, blockchains operated in silos and as such were simply interesting artifacts without much real-world use. For example, if on one side we have the real world and on the other side we have blockchain, Chainlink acts as a bridge between the two. Blockchains are powerful databases used to immutably record any number of data points. This could be in the form of transactions, votes in an election, product inventories, state identifications, deeds to properties, agriculture commissions, and much more. The Chainlink Oracle network allows for the tamper-proof and accurate delivery of real-world data to smart contracts running on blockchains. These smart contracts can be used to automate and streamline various processes, i.e. payments are triggered automatically without human participation/interference. The link token serves as collateral, the Chainlink token serves as collateral value to all the data flowing through the Chainlink ecosystem. Not to mention we have seen companies and organizations such as JP Morgan, Swift, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, NASDAQ, Facebook, Intel, the World Economic Forum, and over 400 more develop their own blockchain systems using the Chainlink Oracle network. Once these systems are turned on, we will see a huge increase of data going on-chain via the Chainlink Oracle network, resulting in the link token significantly increasing in value in order to match the collateral value of all that data. There are and only will be 1 billion link tokens in existence. Of these tokens, only a few million remain in exchanges, and the demand is going up and the supply is going down. Time is of the essence. Few know, but soon all will know. Now may be your last chance to get in before major public FOMO. The link sale is finally coming to an end. This is by the Modern Society 33. So he's absolutely right. Chainlink has been spiking up, and Chainlink does this in cycles, right? Chainlink will go through a spike, and then it'll come back down to about the halfway point between where it was previously and the top of that spike, and then it'll go sideways for a while, and then it'll do another one. But however, the period between these spikes has gotten less and less and less and less. So we're going to go sideways. I don't know for how long, but it'll be a significantly shorter time than last time, and then it'll be another spike. And this stuff is running out on exchanges. So expect, like I said at the beginning of this episode, it would probably be a good time to invest in some of this stuff. Not financial advice, but hey, common sense sometimes. And then over here, if you just want the short and skinny on those two, Chainlink on the Chainlink 2.0 white paper. It's basically right here, published today. Chainlink's new white paper reveals the startup's plan for a big leap forward in the evolution of the hybrid smart contracts that co-founder Sergey Nazarov is convinced will come to define the blockchain industry. Hybrid smart contracts are about combining blockchain smart contract application capabilities and the off-chain world's proven data computation, as Nazarov told Decrypt last week. This is a big leap forward because it redefines what people can build. And basically they talk about hybrid smart contracts. Before people started experimenting with financial products and NFTs, blockchains are basically just token platforms. What we're seeing is the start of a redefinition of what the blockchain industry is about, away from just being about Bitcoin and just being about tokens to being about many more things. So 2017 is not going to happen in the same way that it did last time. 2017, meaning the spike and then just some major crash. And there will be some crash. But the institutions are getting involved. There's DeFi. There's a whole lot of new things happening that is very different, and it's not just retail speculation. This is institutions, y'all. Nazarov believes that Oracle networks and hybrid smart contracts are the way forward. In the past 2 years, Chainlink has emerged as the dominant decentralized Oracle provider for Ethereum's DeFi space, where it connects blockchains to external resources such as price data. The new white paper 2.0, next steps in the evolution of decentralized Oracle networks, builds on the foundation that the startup has established to reveal a new meta layer architecture for hybrid smart contracts. the place where all the coordination happens. And he talks about the meta layer and the smart contracts and the hybrid smart contracts. DeFi is a collection of hybrid smart contracts interoperating with each other, then using oracles to allow themselves to operate properly. Chainlink 2.0 will boost the services available to projects and allow people to build more advanced smart contracts that will enable DeFi to grow. We've learned an unbelievable amount about what it takes to build a good hybrid smart contract and what it takes to build a good, highly reliable set of oracles and an oracle network. And then he dives deep into what decentralized oracle networks are and stuff like that, which I don't have the time to do right now, but I'm going to link all this stuff. Let's see here. Thousands of oracle networks. The white paper is a long-term, multi-year view of changes, so it's not going to happen tomorrow. Already being implemented, though. It speaks of Chainlink's need to outrun competitors who are beginning to make a mark, like Band Protocol. Although it's like Coca-Cola, then the grocery store brand of soda. I mean, they're both trash, but it's a bad analogy, whatever. Chainlink has already laid the ground for their growth, launched last month, implementing on-chain reporting, is bringing 10 times more data on-chain to boost DeFi products and services. It means now that data aggregation happens entirely off-chain, Nazaroff said. This has created a 90% reduction in cost because node operators no longer have to pay for multiple transactions to bring data on-chain for aggregation. So lower costs means higher adoption from the big boys. Decentralized oracles are unbelievably configurable, and that's why literally right now we're at the level of hundreds of oracle networks and we're going to thousands. So if that's not bullish news, I don't know what it is, man. But yeah, Chainlink's making big moves, and I went over this article a couple days ago while I was on the road. This is an older article, but Google moves at the speed of molasses, and large corporations do, and a lot of this stuff is being implemented now and being fully rolled out. And basically, Chainlink is facilitating hybrid cloud blockchain applications, combining smart contracts with Google BigQuery data and stuff like that, and BigQuery cloud public data sets programs. And they're using the beauty and the security and the everything that the blockchain and smart contracts have to offer, along with all the data available and all the computing data available through Google BigQuery Enterprise Data Warehouse, with Chainlink right there in the middle connecting those two. Here's a big, I'll link this in the article too. So you have Ethereum dApps and Oracle contracts and Chainlink nodes, and then you have over here the Google Cloud and App Engines and BigQuery. You have those partnering up and working together, and using these new decentralized Oracle networks and stuff like that. Conclusion over here, we've demonstrated how to use Chainlink services to provide data from BigQuery crypto public data sets on chain. The technique can be used to reduce inefficiencies, submarine send use cases to prevent front running, and in some cases add entirely new capabilities, hedging use cases to Ethereum smart contracts, enabling new on-chain business models to emerge, prediction market use cases. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on here with Chainlink. So I don't know what to tell you. Everything's right in front of you. So make your own choice, choose wisely. But I am telling you that I have a very large percentage of my portfolio invested in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink and Theta. So that's just me, though. You forge your own path. All right, then. Yes, so I need to conclude this. This kind of went on longer than I wanted to. I thought I was not going to have anything to talk about. Hey, what's up, Evgeny Film 86? Nice to see you again here today. I'm starting to see some regular people on this show. I'm wondering where they are, if they're in Europe and it's the afternoon for them, or if they get up as early as I do as well on weekends. Anyway, that's such a dad move of me to sit there and constantly talk about how early I get up. All right, man. Well, I will talk to you guys later, and have a good Sunday, and I will talk to you tomorrow on Monday. And let me know what you want me to cover next for my deep dive project-oriented video. All right, bye.